What's happening, ladies and gents? Mike here again, sharing another good video today. Right now we're going to cover something that's a little bit more on the detrimental side of the gameplay itself. As you can imagine, in this world, what we're doing is pretty illegal. That's why there's things called illegality of value and all these underground trades happening.
It's a black market.
Exactly. Thank you, Alika. Where'd you come from again? Anyhow, so we're going to go through it and see what happens there. We're going to draw from the market deck, and oh, there it is! It's a guard encounter. As you can see from the picture and the actual wording on the card itself, you kind of don't want to draw these. Guards are wandering the market at all times. They're looking for illegal deals happening. So your goal here is to actually escape from the guards. And how we do that, take a look at our seller's cards again on this side. We have another third skill we haven't covered yet called escape checks. So how we do that, once again, we make another skill check. We do our dice roll. A skill check, to remind you folks once again, is rolling that number itself or equal to or below that number. So we're looking at 4 below right now. I got a guard encounter, I got to roll for it. All right, I made it. Look, perfect 1. Isn't it amazing? I got good rolls today. Let's say, for instance, we don't actually roll that. I'm going to draw the card again. Oh, I got another guard encounter. It's a little different guy on this side. This is the Paladin Guard Captain, a little bit of a buffed up guard encounter. It says the same thing, resolve a guard encounter on top of the card, but you have to reroll your first success, which is, as you can imagine, a little bit hard to deal with if you're going to be successful with this guy. Let's try again. I roll. I succeeded. Try again. I succeeded again. Well, okay, let's say I didn't, because I'm really good at dice rolls today. I should be playing the game itself, actually. So let's say I got a 6. When it comes to actually going into lockdown itself, we're looking at this guy right here. We're flipping over the card itself. We have a little thing on the back of the seller's cards representing you in lockdown. Lockdown is really bad for you because you pretty much can't participate and work in the market, which is important for customer sales. You can't steal at that point, which I'll go through another video again. And it's really hard to sell stuff when you're in jail. So you want to escape jail or avoid it altogether if you can. Now that I didn't, you have to actually roll consecutive turns after that. So we're looking at the longer you spend in lockdown, the higher chance you have of escaping, actually. Well, of course, if you have good dice rolls. Let's say after the first one you get thrown into lockdown itself, you get 1 roll to see if you escape again. If you do, fantastic. If you don't, the longer you spend there, the more rolls you get. So let's say it's the second turn after I go into lockdown itself. I get 1 roll, and if I fail, I didn't, I got really good dice rolls, so I should play in the game. Let's say if I fail that time, keep getting good dice rolls. I should just be playing the game itself right now. Let's say I get a 6 on my first roll, right? Second turn in lockdown, I get 1 additional reroll on top of that. I get out at that point, perfect. So you pretty much want to do your best to get out of lockdown. There's also a system called assisting in this game, where other players can offer their help to you. We'll cover that in another video at the same time too. Also, let's say we actually draw another special event card here called Caught Red-Handed. This one forgoes the guard encounter altogether and you go straight into lockdown. I also wanted to cover another seller's card in this game, this particular video. His name is Turg, he was totally not a guard. As you can see, his special ability, he's actually immune to guard encounters, which is super duper important in this sense. Thank you for that. In this sense, because you can avoid going to jail if you encounter the guard yourself. But there's something I wanted to mention, kind of an FAQ with this sense too. Guard encounters can be redirected to him via some sleight of hand cards. So if it's not a direct guard encounter toward him, he can still be put in a lockdown, which is a pretty cool way of, once again, strategizing and screwing your friends over in that sense. So that's pretty much lockdowns being covered. We're going to go on to the next video now. See you folks then.